I have a fun book for us today, and this book is a good one. The title of this book is The Very Greedy Bee. But before we read this book, there's two words I want to discuss. The first one is nectar. 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 Nectar is a sugary, really sweet liquid that flowers make. Now, I don't mean that you go and pick flowers and you suck on flowers and you would taste a sugary liquid. No, it is for insects and bees. Uh, and I don't think you would really like the taste of it. I don't think we should try it. But it is kind of a sweet liquid that bees eat that is on flowers. The second word I want to talk about is greedy. Any idea what greedy is? What does greedy mean? Can you give me a sentence using the word greedy? Greedy means you really want something. You're being selfish. You want it all to yourself. So if I came in with a huge box of donuts, I would say, no, no, they're all mine. And I eat them all as fast as I can, and I don't share any with you. Being greedy, wanting everything for yourself, wanting too much, greedy. So the title is The Very Greedy Bee. Look at him, he's already licking his lips. The author is Steve Smallman, and this book was illustrated by Jack Tickle. The Very Greedy Bee. Oh, look at this. Look at all those bees in their honeycomb nests. They're all sleepy. In a busy, buzzy beehive lived a very greedy bee. All the other bees worked hard making honey and cleaning the hive, but the greedy bee spent all day just guzzling nectar. Slurp, slurp, burp. You see that? Slurp, slurp, burp. Slurp, slurp, burp. The greedy bee wouldn't share his nectar with anyone. He wouldn't even let a tired ladybug sit on his flower. Find your own flower, he shouted. This one is mine. You see him yelling, oh, mine. She said, oh. He's got his mouth huge open, yelling at her, mine. And when, one day, the greedy bee found a meadow full of the biggest, juiciest flowers he had ever seen, he decided not to tell anyone. Yummy, he buzzed. Lots and lots of flowers, and they're all for me. You see that? Me. Oh, you can sound this word out. Wow. The greedy bee zipped and buzzed from flower to flower, slurping and burping and growing fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. At last his tummy was full and he settled down on a big pink flower in the warm yellow sunshine and fell fast asleep. Zzz. When the greedy bee woke up, it was dark. He tried to fly, but his tummy was so roly-poly that... ... You know something else is coming. Biff, bang, thump! Biff, bang, thump! He went down instead of up and crashed, biff, bang, thump, to the ground. I'm scared, cried the greedy bee, and I don't know how to get home. Then he saw two glowing eyes in the long grass. Eek! He cried. A monster is coming to eat me. Look how sad he looks. Look at Eek! He's so scared. Do you think it's a monster? But it wasn't a monster. It was two friendly fireflies, their bottoms glowing in the dark. "What's wrong?" they asked. "I'm too full to fly," wailed the greedy bee, "and I can't walk home in the dark." "Follow us," said the fireflies, and they all set off on the long, long journey home. Through forests of flowers and squishy mud, over the hills and under the stars, trudged the greedy bee. He had never walked so far, and he was so very tired. "Almost there," called the fireflies. Then they heard the whoosh of rushing water. How are these fireflies being a little different than the greedy bee? Are the fireflies different than the bee? Yeah, they're being really helpful and friendly. They don't even know him. And they're being helpful and friendly. And before, he was being very selfish, wasn't he? He ran off and hid and wouldn't tell anybody about the beautiful, big, juicy flowers he found. Seems like they're different. "I'm almost home," cried the greedy bee excitedly. "It's the stream." And it was, but his hive was on the other side of it. Can bees swim? What would happen to a bee if it got wet? Yeah, I think it wouldn't be good for its wings, and I think he would have a hard time flying. But he can't fly anyway, can he? Why can't he fly again? That's right. He was really greedy and he got fatter and fatter and fatter. "Oh no," said the greedy bee, sadly flopping down onto the grass. "How will I ever get across?" "We'll help you," said a tiny ant with a big leaf. Look at that big leaf. Now, what in the world are these ants going to do with this big leaf? How could they help him get across the water? Oh, you have some ideas. The ant and his friends flipped the big leaf into the water. "Jump on!" they cried. Helped by the fireflies, the greedy bee and the ants made their way splishing and splashing to the other side of the stream. They made a little boat. "Hooray, I'm home!" cheered the greedy bee. "Where have you been?" asked the other bees. "I overslurped." Not overslept, overslurped, said the greedy bee. "I would never have made it home if my new friends hadn't been so kind. Now I'm going to share my best honey with them. Would you like some too?" Look at all his friends. I love this. "Hooray, I'm home." "Yes," said the other bees. "Let's have a party." Oh, do you see the queen bee? Everyone enjoyed a midnight feast of sweet, yummy honey, all except for one very sleepy, very happy, but not so greedy bee. How come he's not greedy now? What happened to make him change? Look at all those bees having a party. It takes us right back to the end. Okay, right now tell somebody at home, How was he greedy? And I think he learned a lesson. What lesson did the very greedy bee learn? Tell somebody at home. Look up bees today. Find out some information about bees and about nectar. All right. Also, wait, I almost forgot. There are some characters in this book. Tell somebody at home who the characters are. I can think of a few. Okay, have a great day. I'll see you later.